So my name is Jonathan Dineka. I am based, like I mentioned, on the border of France and Luxembourg. So 10-minute drive into Luxembourg, but on the French side. The beautiful thing about living around here is that I have Germany 20 minutes away from me, 20-minute drive. I have Belgium 40-minute drive away. So very, very very multicultural, how I like it. You know, originally from Congo, DRC, grown up in London, you know, was born in Congo, lived in London majority of my life. And 5 years back, I relocated to Paris to open up, you know, the business, the market business for the company that I work for.
That's very interesting. So you are working in a marketing agency of your own, right?
Now, today I'm a country manager for a software company. A software company based in is a Danish company that focuses on the SaaS segment. And I'm the country manager because I oversee everything that goes on within the French-speaking market, mainly France, but also we have Belgium, Luxembourg, and a little bit of Switzerland also.
Now, let's learn a little bit about you. So you were born in Congo, you grew up in London, but you are actually now in the middle of Europe. You are connecting, you are a connector. Is that what you are?
That's what I like to place myself as, you know, African at heart. But I like to see myself as a citizen of the world because, you know, there is a beauty in cultures. There's a beauties in different countries. You know, wherever you go, you learn something new about it. You learn something that you can add into your own pedigree as a human being. So yeah, that's what I like to see myself as a citizen of the world, really.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to spend much time here on the business, of course. So let's just get started in it. So how did you get started in business? So of course we are going to be. We see now that you are into sales, and that is very important also for our demography because if you have something to offer, you don't know how to do the sale, then you are not going to get somebody buy from you. So you're going to be telling us much about that. But first, let's try to understand how did you get into business?
If I have to be honest, I've always been passionate about business. I've always been passionate about business from a very young age. I think is way back into my origins. My father is a businessman, and I've always been passionate about, you know, the whole negotiation thing, the whole selling stuff to people, but not just the selling aspect, you know, more the business development aspect. You know, that's something that's always drew my attention. That's why I ended up studying international business. You know, I did international business in London for 3 years. Before international business, whilst I was in college, you know, preparing to go to university, I studied business first diploma, then I studied business national diploma. So yeah, that's how I started into business. After university, I go into sales. I was indirectly involved in sales because when I was at university, I was working as a part-time worker, always selling. You know, I started in retail. Then after university, I really go into sales as a full-time employee and just started enjoying it until I kind of progressed in my journey as a professional step by step.
So let's look a little bit about your demography and the people that you are selling mostly to. Are there also maybe African diaspora or any type of people? Tell me a bit about your demography, the people that you are targeting in your marketing.
Yeah. Today, my target market is mainly Europe. Because the business that I work for, the company that I'm doing the expansion for, is European based, and the digital tool that I sell is has been designed for European market for the meantime. However, there is potential, of course, for different continents, but I think that's down the line within their roadmap. For the meantime, they're looking to become number one within Europe first, then they can decide to go international into other markets.
All right.
Yeah.
But even in Europe, there are different languages. I'm trying to see how you manage to navigate all the different countries in Europe. In Italy, for example, we will speak Italian. You are in France, you speak French. You go to Germany, you're going to be speaking German. So how do you navigate this part in your marketing?
Born in Congo, so I've got a French-speaking side. You know, I grew up speaking French. And like I said, very young, I went to London, no speaking the language, no speaking English at all. But I was able through, striving, through hard work, to learn the language. I was able to learn the language and study within that language. So that gave me an advantage, a competitive advantage or a general advantage in terms of having two languages, which is French and English, and at the back of that, also being from Congo, I also speak Lingala very well. So I have the advantage of having 3 different languages, and I can easily navigate around it. And it goes beyond just the speaking of the language. It also goes on the understanding of the culture. Having lived in the different places, I can understand different cultures, on how people may think, or how decision may be taken based on different countries, and everything around it.
All right, yeah. That's good. So you are prepared. You are ready for the job.
Indeed.
That's interesting. So your real major in business, is it in sales? I didn't hear that part very well just now. Is it in sales, or tell me about that?
Yeah, it's sales, business development, market expansion, and revenue growth. That's really where I specialize. That's my expertise. When there is a business that's looking to develop the activity in a country, I will come, put in the strategy, and design the strategy, present it, of course, to the people at the top of the company. And once the strategy is approved, we will put that into place and just start executing on it.
How do you approach a market? Say maybe, for example, Coca-Cola is contacting you now to take off. Okay, I'm not saying that you are going to work for Coca-Cola because you already have your company that you are working for, no? Just a kind of an example, no? Coca-Cola call you, they want to maybe target Italian market, or target, I don't know, a German market, for example. So how do you get started? What are the approach that you usually take to enter into the market? Maybe it might be new to you, or maybe you are just entering it for the first time.
Perfect. First thing first is always to study the demand within the market. Study the demand in the market, understand the demographic, and my approach after that will always be to have a business expansion model. Like, I'll give you a straight example. If we have a business in one country, I would say, like you said, Coca-Cola, that's working really well in France, for example, is Europe. Of course, I'll have some clients in Europe that are also international, that are partners of us. The first approach will be to speak with those partners and tell them, look, we are looking to open up in this market. I know that you are present there. How can we work together in order to help us also develop? Partnership is a big thing. But on the flip side of that, when you are working on that, it's important also to target local new businesses. It's always important to have local logos, because when you have local logos, for example, we're targeting Italy, you have Italian specific brand. It's always important because the country will see that you are getting yourself involved within the culture, so people are normally open to that. So partnership and also targeting new businesses. That's the 2 main approach that I would normally take.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is very interesting now. So it's not like you are entering to capture a market. You are going with the full bloom of competition. You are going there with
partnership,
collaboration, partnership.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So why do you take that approach instead of maybe going there to take a slice of the market and start competing with other people that are there? Why is partnership a better approach?
But competition will always happen. Something that will come under the bracket of market studying is being commercially aware. When I talk about commercially aware, it's important to understand the demand. Like I said earlier, it's important to understand your competition. It's important to understand the market segment and everything that falls under that also. But I always see partnership as very powerful tool that a lot of people tend to neglect, because if you've proven yourself in one, demographic, the same company that trusts you, that you've worked with, could be the pillar to drive you into the new market. You are confident that what you're offering will be working. Why not collaborate with the partners you already have to be able to develop a new market?